Right guys, so we're down here, deepest, darkest down south, Northamptonshire. We're here with Dax Miller and we're here at Wold's. What's the place called? Full title?
Wold Farm, Fisheries and Country Pursuits.
There you go, that's the full stuff. So what we'll do is we'll leave down in the video descriptions. I'll leave you GPS coordinates, advise you do it on Google Maps and it gets you right here. But for those that know the area, basically think of Santapod, south end corner. Literally the Santapod runway is where? Over there, about 500 metres, so that's how close we are. So Dax, tell us all about the Wold here, how it all started and how you got the land, and how, just give me in about 5 or 6 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes, because it's take longer than that, Steve.
Yeah, we know how much you love to talk. Go on, go for it.
These nicked my drink, guys, you couldn't make it up. Right, so we've had this place for well over 20 years now. Yeah. And it started, I've always been passionate about fishing and shooting. That's always been my passion with it. I love it with a passion. And I've put my whole life into it basically, because I'm obviously only 20 odd years old now, so I've been doing it since I was a boy.
You're looking good, looking good for it.
Anyway, we've been doing it for a few years, but it's mainly been the fishing that I've done, and we used to have all of this as syndicate shoots. So we had 4 syndicate shoots that was not open to the public. It was always syndicate shooting.
And by syndicate shooting, we're meaning pheasants and stuff like that.
Yeah, game shooting and stuff like that, and for years. And we've gone off of that now. We're no longer doing that at all, and we are now totally shooting-wise doing air rifle stuff. We set out in the 70 acres that we got, probably we've got competition stuff over there that you've done the video footage of, but in here we've got 150 metre range in here. All right.
So, so basically you started off then with the fisheries themselves.
Yep.
So you got the fisheries and then you looked at the land and thought, you know what? We could do something else here, and hence then you've moved into the air rifles and shooting side.
Yeah, so how I got into that is, sorry guys. How I got into it is, there's nowhere around here like this at all. And in the back of my head, I've always thought, this would make a fantastic place for air rifle shooting. And everyone that got into shooting, or not everyone, started off with the basics of air rifle shooting. When you're a kid, you go and try and shoot a rabbit, a blooming rat, whatever you can try and shoot, and then sort of that's gone through that. So throughout the years, I've shot all my life, I've fished all my life, and I thought, you know, it wouldn't bother me if I never shot another thing for the rest of my life. But I went back to roots, back to basics, and I thought all the target shooting that we could do. And
so how long has, let's move a little bit onto the air rifle. We'll come into the fishing afterwards. So I know that you have been badgering me for the last 2.5+ years. The day that I answered his message on Facebook
was the worst day of your life.
It was the worst day of my life. But you've been badgering me for 2, and you've now today, you know, basically in the middle of August at the moment, this is the official opening. How long has it taken you to build these facilities here? I
would say going at it, we revamped. We've always had stuff going on here. As I said, we've been running syndicates for over 20 years, but we decided just before COVID to revamp everything. And COVID gave me a good reason. You couldn't do anything. So we really got stuck into it. We redone all the toilets, the electric, the huts. They were old scaffolding, bits and pieces everywhere with bits of tin. We've totally revamped everything, all the shooting benches, so we've really gone to town with it. The boats are all a completely new thing there. That's another subject in its own right.
Yeah, so what we've been doing is we've had a look around. So just for those that don't know, basically, come back. So throughout this video, I'll do my usual, I'll put some drone footage and bits and pieces in there, and you'll probably see pictures. But we're on the major part of the air rifle range here, and we've got 4 sets of huts, all undercover, and really good to see actually disabled access as well.
Yeah, on everything. Absolutely everything.
Toilet blocks, you got a zeroing range as well that goes out to about 65 metres, I think it is. So that's all there. This range, I believe, I was talking to Brucey, one of your guys here that's put all this lot together with you, goes out to about 55, and then you're actually looking at putting a bigger range out as well. Yeah,
my goal, what I'd like to do, we're trying to cater for everyone, and the weather, English, you know what the English weather's like. So what I'd like to do is put a 100-metre indoor range with a cafe in there, a gun room in there, full shooting
Just
experience.
one suggestion, can you do it up north near Manchester? Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
That's my key goal. That's what I'd like to do. But catering for disabled people as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And you've got ample car parking down here as well, the website and sorted out all that. And you also got a shop as well, so what do you sell in the shops? Pallets?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. We have, well, not just that. We have got a state-of-the-art air compressor.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've thrown some pictures up on that.
And that is. I mean, I've even had to sit and go and. Well, I will have to sit and go on a course and learn all about that. I'm a classroom thing. I don't do classrooms, but yeah. So. Yeah, we've got a fantastic sort of gas filling system.
Yeah.
We've got we're selling guns in there. So any guns you want, we've got accounts with everyone that we can, whatever you want really. I suppose.
So you got air, you got pellets, you got food, you got all the facilities, toilets, rangers, spinners, everything you pretty much after.
I would say.
And HFT, I hear you're building an HFT course around here as well.
We've got one in the Woodland Walk now.
It's already there.
It's there. We don't muck about.
Absolutely.
And it's not only that. We've got a hard road that runs around the whole lot. Have you not been in there?
Yeah, well, I've wandered around there. I got lost. You've still not given me a map to the place.
It's up here.
I'll sell you a map, as I keep telling you. I'll sell you on the drone footage, and I'll make some money back out on this. Yeah, so I have walked around the HFT course, and again, we'll leave some pictures in there. And who's that being designed by? That's been
Bill Birch, a good friend of mine, Bill Birch.
Yep, I met Bill last night.
Lovely bloke, and he spent 3 days up here just building this one course. I will go on to something else as well. Talking about courses, HFT, we've already got that in place. We are holding the European BFTA European Field Target Championship up here. And that, I think that's on the 17th and 18th of August. So awesome. we're hosting that here, which is fantastic.
So being such a prime location and the amount of land that you got and the facilities you got here, I can see you really sort of pushing for some of these big events. Is that the idea?
That's exactly the idea.
I'm bringing it. So we talked a bit about the air rifles and the side of things here. Let's go back to the core beginnings of the fishing, because not a lot of people know that on Airgunology, but I love my fishing as well when I get the chance.
I did invite you to bring your kit up here, Steve.
No chance. I'm trying to chase you down, running one of your ranges for free. Yeah, Leshy 2 was great. So back to the core roots where you started there. Let's move a bit onto the fishing side. So 4 fishing lakes that you have here, not including these 2 ponds here. These are just for air rifles, but you've got 4 fishing lakes. So quickly, just go through the 4 that you've got.
We've got one specimen lake that's got carp and catfish in there.
What size do the carp and catfish go to?
Just shy of 40 pounds in there. 38.8 is the biggest carp I've known out of there,
awesome.
And that's quite a big fish in it.
Yep.
And 18 years ago, I put catfish in there at 40 pounds. So there's some big fish, and they've grown big. There's some big ones. I don't say how big they are because people get getting snagged up.
Yeah.
So that's the Wold Lake. I've got the Oaks Lake, which is a 25 peg match lake.
Yep.
Match style fishing, which is busy lake.
What's packed in there? Is that your typical silvers and roaches and stuff like that?
No, it's more. There is silvers. There's a lot of barbel, big barbel in there. There's
barbel in still water.
Yeah,
you've managed to do that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Barbel, and they thrive like mad.
Awesome.
We've got a mile of the River Ouse.
Yeah.
And we've got huge, 18-pound barbel in there. But they thrive in lakes. I don't care what anyone says. They thrive in lakes.
Awesome.
But they're hardy, healthy fish in there.
Okay, so that's that one.
Carp in the Oaks, carp, barbel, bream. There's a few roach and that lot in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sort of thing. Big weights in there on match fishing. Then we've got the Islands Lake, which is like a bit of everything. It's an ornamental fish lake, if you like, as well. So you don't know what you're going to catch in there. Could be a golden orf, a golden tench, a carp, gold. It's in there. Then we've got my favourite lake, which is the Moat Lake, which has got no carp in there at all. I'd sooner catch some silverfish rather than, but they're big roach, there's bream, there's tench. I love tench fishing. So proper true English cruisins. Yeah,
so those guys that want to go, you basically don't want to be plagued and snapped to hell by carp. Because I've been on lakes where you want to go and do a bit of fishing, but there's so many carp in there because everybody wants it, that all your tackle's just snapped and you end up going,
exactly.
Yeah, that's good. And I'll tell you one thing, I am seriously impressed, and you didn't tell me this, but I was wandering around. I noticed that on every peg there's a keep net. A landing net.
Yeah,
and I'm going to assume that is to stop cross-contamination
100%.
And no dipping of nets. You supply the nets. And on your big specimen lake, you even, if I believe it's right, you supply carp cradles.
The cradles, the weigh net and sling, the carp specimen landing net and pole, it's all there. For the match fishing boys, all the keep nets we supply. I've got different nets for every single lake, so you can imagine how many pegs I've got.
So there's a lot of investment gone into all of this, like, just to make it all to go.
But this is a business, and yes, it's a commercial business, but it's my back garden, and
of course you actually live on site, don't you?
I live on site, but it's. I'm never going to be rich. Look, I've got rags like this now.
Here comes the sob story.
So I need a few quid off you. But my money always goes back into the business. I built it from nothing. There was nothing. I've done it over the years, and I'm passionate about what I do, fishing and shooting.
Well, we've been wandering around today with the open event, and you also. I'm going to give you a plug here. And I did not.
I thought this was what this was about, Steve. I'll be honest with you.
What's this Daxonbury thing? Come on, Daxonbury.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Well, do you want to tell you the full story?
No, just sort of within the 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll tell you. Years ago.
I'll drink back.
No, I'm all right.
You're right.
If it was beer, I'll tell you. Years ago, I had a dear friend of mine. His name was Chris Kelly.
Yep.
Do you know the story?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you. I'll have you. You better get him a tissue. Sorry, guys. Anyway, years ago, a very dear friend of mine. He was actually my shoot captain.
Yeah.
My father went to France to make a new life over there. Hadn't seen him for 2 years. We threw a surprise birthday party, we threw a surprise party for him because he'd come back, hadn't seen him for 2 years. And he didn't know nothing about it. 12 people there, bit of a barbecue. It is a long story, I did tell you this.
No, I'm just making sure we're still in frame. Keep going. Barbecue.
I thought you needed a wee or something, Steve. You're fidgeting. That's because you're drinking my drink. Anyway, going back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, viewers. Going back onto that. Hadn't seen my dad. Done a surprise thing for him, loved it. The following year, done another one, had a clay shoot in the rides in the woods. So up by the Oaks Lake up there, we'd done that in there. Brilliant, had a great crack. Following year, I brought this field here, which we call the festival field. And Chris said, I know someone that's in a band. He said, I'll get them to come along. We'll have a bit of a clay shoot, a few beers afterwards, and Chris used to like a beer, and I don't mind one myself as well. And had a real great time. The following year again, we done it again, and we said, people can camp over if they want. So it was like a little thing, and so they took the mickey. Some friends made a page up called Daxonbury, taking the mickey out of Glastonbury.
Awesome.
They were saying, when's Daxonbury, when's Daxonbury? Anyway, the following year after that, which would have been our 5th year running it, Chris died. He got cancer, and he died, bless his heart. So I thought, you know what, we had such a good thing going on. Me and Chris used to organise it ourselves, and he was a very dear friend of mine. And I said, you know what, all you lot who's been before in the past, you can come, but invite some friends, and all throw a $5 in the pot, and we've made the money for the charity, and that's how it all evolved.
So it's turned into an annual Chris, and this is the signs that I've seen for Chris.
His
surname was Chris?
Chris Kelly.
Chris Kelly, so I've seen the signs around Chris Kelly charity, cancer charity.
Yeah, Chris Kelly Cancer Trust.
So basically your bit of Mickey take of a festival turned into a proper festival for charity. Awesome.
So we started off with like 12 people in the woods doing a bit of a clay shoot and that lot for my dad, and now we've got a licence for up to 5,000 people. We don't take any money out of it ourselves. Every penny goes into the pot for the thing. Last time we done it, we raised £11,000. Half of that went to...
Well, I'll tell you what. You make sure you give us the link, the addresses for donations. We'll leave it down in the video description.
Cool. Yeah, guys, check it out as well.
Anyone wants to do that. Right, let's just...
finish the story. Just hang on a minute.
Go on then.
Drink my drink. Listen, this is what happened. So, you know the bar that you were at last night?
Yep.
There's a little sign, a little plaque on there.
Yep.
And it says, before this tipple...
reaches your belly,
raise your glass to the great Chris Kelly, and that's what that's all about. Now, another thing, his wishes were to be either buried somewhere here. He knew he was going to die, but he wanted to be buried with his dog in a casket, an oak casket. So we had to wait for the dog to die 5 years later, put him in there. In the bar is where Chris is laid to rest, hence the sign.
Oh.
So there's a story to everything. So do you want a tissue?
No.
He's crying, guys.
Right, we'll definitely leave the link down there. And I did want to drop that in, and I didn't tell you I was going to do that because I actually did know the story behind it.
So you lied to me?
Yeah, I lied to you.
You drink him a drink and you lied to me?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just
I'm going to throw him in the lake, guys. Just bear with me.
No, what are the views? Right, so let's wrap this up. So we got the fishing, we got the air rifle stuff like that. So just give us a quick shout about membership and how that all works.
So
here's your sales pitch. Go for it, Dax. Not that you ever need an opportunity.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know how much it is. I'll be honest with you. It's only our first day marching those, right, guys? So We've got a good website. It's www.woldfarm.co.uk. Check that out. Ching ching. And so have a look on there. The prices are on there. There is a membership thing, and there is benefits of becoming a member. But obviously, some people might live the other side of the country, and they're going to want to come to the best shooting range in the country.
I think I've actually got a picture.
Hang on, I'm trying to plug it. Will you just behave yourself?
I think I've got a picture of the membership prices. I'll throw it up. But if you're watching this in a couple of years' time, prices may have changed, stuff like that. But yeah, so membership, and then you get the benefits from the membership, cheaper rates.
Yeah,
and all
absolutely.
That. That sounds awesome. And we've got one more treat for you. And I know that.
You want me going naked?
No, we're not going naked in the lake. But we know that they are going to get removed.
That was on cue.
That was on cue.
No, they're not going to get removed. Should we?
Go on, let's feed them.
Is it that time of day?
That's that time of day. Go on, Dax.
So what I have been doing for the open day, what I've been letting kids do, is if they're too young to go and fire a gun, what I'm letting them do is have a catapult and put a few of the little pellets in there. I'll just come in and show you. I don't know if you guys can see that. A few little pellets there.
You're going to need to watch across there.
The little kids can come in here and they can fire them up in the water out there and fire a few more out there.
Those are trout, up to 20-pound trout.
And they can feed me fish out there. So they've got the little catapult, but we'll give them, it is time to give them a bit of food. It's dinner time, isn't it?
He's a great guy, but he's nuts. I might move around out of the way, Dax, so let's sit.
One will jump out on the boat in a minute. I'm going to feed them, poor old fish.
Right, Dax, come back here. It's been a pleasure, mate. It's been a pleasure to come down.
Lovely, and thank you, Steve, as well, for all your help, and Abby as well. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure to come down and help you out and launch this place. And guys, keep watching it. This place is only going to get better.
Thank you.
Catch you later, guys.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers, Steve.